Welcome back to Euro Trucking Simulator 2 with the Rude Man. And let's find a job and start out on our trip. So first of all, we do have a newer version, so I don't know if there's changes that I'm not aware of. I didn't read anything. I just jumped right in the game. So let's just see if we can find a job. Alrighty. Where are we? We're in Hanover. We came to Hanover in the last on the last trip because I wanted to buy a new truck and hire a new driver, which we did. So we have two hired drivers plus myself. So let's see what we can find that pays a little bit of money. All right, we've got Hanover to Antwerpen, which is that in Belgium or Netherlands? I can't tell. It's right on the border. And then we have tractors to Brno in the Czech Republic. I don't think we've been there. We have wood shavings going to Brussels, which we've been to Brussels. And this one's going to the United Kingdom. Croydon? I can't remember, but I think we've been to Croydon. And then let's see. What's this one? An excavator. Ooh, doesn't pay very much though. It's only going very short distance. And then let's see. Lumber to Dresden. Boy, we've got some short trips here, don't we? One going to Denmark. Two going to Denmark. 3 going to Denmark. And let's see, 27,000. Where's that going? Verona. Oh my God, that's a long ways down. Rotterdam. That's a short one. And Kiel. So we've been to these places. Let's go back and take a look at, let's see, where was this one? In the Czech Republic. Let's take that one because I don't think we've been there before. So let's set the GPS and we'll jump in the truck, go see what our load is because I forgot to look. All right, and let's fix our track IR. Let's see, get it all straightened out here. Whoops. All right, ready? There we go. Okay, let's start the truck up. Oh shoot, we didn't get fuel, but we did sleep. That's my nasty old shop. I need to get my shop upgraded. It's kind of a nasty old thing. And let's see where we're going here. Anything coming around the corner? It's been a long time since I've been to our home garage in Hanover. Let's see if we can get a speeding ticket. Should be pretty easy. Let's see, we're going to the left. That, well, one guy's turning. What are the others doing? I don't know if the light changed or if they actually gave me a break. I'm thinking the light probably changed. Because I'm a glass half empty kind of a guy. And looks like we've got a right hand turn up ahead. Look at the haystacks. Big suckers. Was this the tree shavings? Wood shavings? It was that job? Put that one a little wide, didn't I? Okay. And which job did we take the job? It was tractors. We're going to be hauling tractors. So let's go find our trailer back here someplace. It's not that one. That's a container. I don't think they get tractors unless it's tractor parts. Where's our trailer? Missed it somehow. How did I miss it? Hit those wood piles. How did I miss my trailer? Where is it? Well, according to the map, it's over to the right over here. Really? I didn't know you could get back here. There it is. No, really, I didn't know you could get back here. Ooh, nice tractors. But they already have dirt on them and everything. So evidently they're not new. Let's get under this trailer. Okay, now how are we going to get turned around? Let's see. Let's go see if we can take out some of these cars. Oh, that was tight. You thought I was going to hit that container, didn't you? Because I did. Why do they have all these pieces of wood just laying around their parking lot? That's just silly. Haven't they got like a boy or somebody can come around and clean that up? Some young lad? Trying to earn college money or something? Alright, so first thing we got to do is get fuel, wouldn't you know it. I always forget to do that. I come jumping in the game and I forget to sleep and get fuel. Oh geez. Oh, traffic is just terrible. Alright, no cars come to the right. Here we go. It's my chance to go. Okay. So we're off like a herd of turtles, heading down the road with a load of tractors. And I'm hoping I get paid by the load, by the weight, because they were all crusted with dirt, so that's more weight. I'll make more money that way. Going to be in the right-hand lane. Looks like I'm going to do a loop-de-loo here. Yeah, I don't know how heavy this load is. It's not particularly light, but it's not terribly heavy either. Okay, it looks like we're hanging off to the right, according to the GPS. Now, believe it or not, the GPS in this game works a lot better than it does in real life. I haven't been told to take a ride into a swamp lately. Windmills. It's amazing. They look just like the ones in Washington State, close to where I live. Probably made by the same company. Rolling hills of gold off to the right there. Getting the right damn gear. I should play this game more often. I'd get used to it. I know when I first got it, I didn't play anything else. I played this thing day and night for several weeks. Let me over. I need over. That's gonna cut me some slack. Well, let's see. I've got about a third of a tank of fuel. So I don't want to dilly-dally around. Next fuel depot, I'm going to pull over. Man, some rain clouds up ahead. Looks like a tornado tunnel, or funnel. Funnel. Well, that's a cool little barn. Look at that old silo. Oh no, that's not a silo. That's that thing that looks like an Easter egg or a Fabergé egg. Must be a water tank. All right, we got fuel ahead here. So, whoa, he's not gonna let me over. Doggone it! I almost took him out. Wouldn't be the first time. And I'm speeding just a little bit, I believe. Geez, how far off the road's the fuel? taking the scenic route. Okay, you got to come out in the country here. They give you a shovel and a backhoe and a pickaxe, and you'd have to dig for your own fuel. That was rough. Alright, let's get some fuel here. What time is it? Oh, it's 7. Well, we're gonna have to turn some lights on then. That was rough. Alright, let's see if I can get back into traffic without killing myself or somebody else. Let me out, let me out. Oh, wasn't anybody there? Yeah, let's go into this lane. Oh, I do need to go right. Never mind, I'll stay in this lane. I'll just take mine out of the middle. Okay, we're taking this Osfart exit here. And look, we have a full tank of fuel. I know some players have taken these things out where you don't have to fuel or you don't have to. There is an option, or there used to be. I don't know. I should go in and take a look. But there used to be an option where you could go off and like turn the rain off, or dial it down anyway. And there was an option for you to take the fact that you had to stop and sleep once in a while out, so you didn't have to worry about falling asleep at the wheel. But that's not right. It kind of adds a little realism to the game. I've been caught a few times. It's kind of fun, you know, in a way, if it sneaks up on you and all of a sudden, and you're thinking, okay, I've got so many miles to go, I've got so much time to get there, and am I going to fall asleep before I get there? Can I, you know, if I'm halfway there, I'm going to have to stop and sleep, obviously. But if I'm getting really close and you start playing that game, can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Do I have to stop and sleep? Am I going to fall asleep and crash? And it gets kind of fun in a way. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it certainly adds realism to the game. Ooh. Is that a water tower? If it isn't, it should be. That's one of them modern houses without windows. Really? It's got a water elevator. You have to swim up into it. Oh, okay. I was going to live stream this, and I didn't at the last minute, but I think I'm going to start doing that, because this game kind of lends itself to live streaming, because if you pick any route, you know, longer than the one I just picked, you're going to be sitting here for an hour and a half, 2 hours at least, trying to get one trip in. And you know, that's a little easier to do if you're live streaming, because you sit down and just go. You're not worried about the time. And most of my videos, I try to keep them between 30 and 45 minutes. And you know, you just can't do that. If you make one halfway long trip with this game, that's 3 episodes of 45 minutes at least. And that's if you cut out all the times that I crash, which I don't do. But oh, mine, I do crash. I just don't cut them out. Oh, come on. You're deadheading. Why have you got tied to a speed limit of some kind? It's a man truck. Get that man truck out of my way. I'm a bunch of dinger. Come on. I'm on a deadline. Remember that part about not crashing? I may have to do it intentionally. Little engine brake there. Jeez, I hope we get on some freeway. This old country road's windy. Pretty country though. Of course it's going to be night. I won't be able to see it. Kind of rocky out there, isn't it? You're not going to farm that anytime soon. You're crimping my style, man truck. Uh-oh. It's raining. Oh, good. He's turning off and I'm going the other way. What? Why'd I stop? Rain scared me. I'm supposed to yield. I'm not even going to look. Ooh, sunflowers. You can always count on the rain, but you notice you can't change the speed of the windshield wipers. There's only one speed. Driving in the rain. I can't see. So I have a subscriber named Paul Mitchell, and he left me a comment that he started watching these and it looked like a lot of fun, so he was going to go out and buy the game. If you've got it, Paul, let me know if you're having any fun. These guys are taking their lives into their own hands. Are you kidding me? I can't see that far ahead. And they're passing in the rain, on corners, in the fog. You guys, balls of steel. Reminds me of that old joke. Go ahead, go for it. Pass on a curb. What's the matter? Don't you have any guts? I say, yeah, I have guts. I just don't want to see them. I don't have to worry about it. I can see my guts. It's my shoes I can't see anymore. Believe me, I've driven in weather worse than this. I drove one time, long haul, set of doubles, back when I was in college, in between school years. I'd drive a little bit of truck for money, and hauled a set of doubles. I was going from Everett, Washington to LA, California with paper products, and I got up to just out of Redding, California, and I hit a fog bank that lasted all the way to Bakersfield, California. And there was me and 15, 20 other trucks driving 60 and 70 miles an hour through the fog, all in a row. None of us could see, the truck in front of you, barely. All I could see was tail lights, a little red shining through the fog. But if you drive the speed limit, if you drove safely in the fog like that, your load would be 2-3 days late. You just can't. You've got to keep going. I'd get behind somebody like this and watch their tail lights, and if they started driving faster than I felt comfortable, which wasn't very fast. I was not comfortable, period. But like everybody else, I need to get my load there. So I'd pull in to this convoy and just stay on that guy's butt where I could still see his tail lights. And if it got to a point where he was just going too fast that I just, couldn't take it, the stress, I'd pull out of the convoy and pull back in behind somebody else, and hopefully they would be a little more sane. None of us were sane. I shouldn't even say that. It was crazy the whole time. But you would not believe, unless you've done it. They talk about white line fever, and that does happen. That you're staring at those lines on the road so long that you start seeing things. But in the fog, it's 10 times worse. There's stuff jumping out in front of you the whole time. And after driving in the fog like that for several hours, you go insane. There's just stuff that in your mind that isn't there, and it's just very, very stressful. And I made it through alive, as everybody else did. But it was scary. I'd hate to think, about these car drivers out on the highway when that happens, with these trucks going through, because they've got no choice. They have to keep going, and they have to drive above the speed limit that's safe for them to drive in the fog, because they have to get their load there. It's just no way. They'd lose their jobs if they didn't get their load there on time. And it's just like any other job. If you're the one doing the job, it doesn't do you any good to say, well, it's impossible. What you're asking me to do is not possible. The guy that's the higher up from you, they don't care. It's not their job to do your job. It's your job to do it. That'd be like having somebody that had 5 people working for him in a store. Any kind of store, any kind of job that would take those 5 people. One person doesn't show up for, being sick, okay? you can kind of handle your job and somebody else's. You can maybe handle your job and 2 other people's, maybe. But if all 4 of the other people called in sick, what could you do? You could not do whatever that store required, or business, or whatever. Okay, the people at head office, they don't care. Let's say if you're the manager of that store, they don't care. All they care about is you weren't able to do your job. All right, it looks like Genevieve got some pay coming in. And she's leveled up. Good girl. Let's get these wipers off here. Get some high beams on so I can see. Yeah, that's just the thing about, jobs. Now, don't get me wrong. In my working life, in my career, well, all of my careers, I would always do the best job that I was capable of doing. And, to the detriment of my family sometimes, my job came first. My family, my wife and kids, they had to eat. They had to have a roof over their heads. They needed orthodontics, they needed shoes, they needed clothes. I had to work. And there were times I missed things at school, or I missed things with the kids, and because of my work. And that's just the way it was. Now, I gotta go left here. Almost didn't see that. The thing is, though, is like I just said, the people that own the companies, in most cases, don't really care, especially if it's a big company. They don't care. You can put in 2 or 3 extra hours on your own every day for the next 10 years, and then, all of a sudden get ill and can't work. Well, too bad, you're out of here. We got, 3 or 4 young people who come in and take your place, and we don't have to pay them vacation time. They don't care. Now, is that right? Is it wrong? It's business. It's what it is. It's business. And, some companies are better at it than others. There are just some companies that are just impersonal. And, they're bottom line companies. They're not all like that, but, even the ones that are really, really good are kind of like that. They're not going to say, if they're a nationwide company, they're not going to send somebody to New York to your doorstep and say, gee, we're so sorry that you are sick and got cancer and can't work anymore. Boy, we're going to take care of you for the rest of your life. They're not going to do that. And, that's too bad, but that's business. But yeah, I'm being a little cynical. I really am. I mean, I've heard stories like that. I've heard good things too, don't get me wrong. But, in the long run, do the best job you can do, and the rewards will come to you. I never, ever worried about getting a raise or more vacation time. My worry was to do a good job. That was what I was hired to do. And I had the attitude that if I do my job and I do it well and go the extra mile, the rewards will be there. I don't have to sit and, piss and moan that, well, geez, I haven't had a raise in 10 years. I just did a good job, and the rewards were always there. A good company will recognize that you have a value to them, and they'll compensate. Whoop. Oh geez, was that? Oh, I thought I saw headlights in my rear view mirror. Oh, I just run somebody off the road. It's just the moon. It's a big bloody moon. Do I need to sleep? Oh, I do. I'm going to pull in this place and take a sleep. I'd rather drive in the daytime anyway. And just for hoots and giggles, I think I'll refuel too. Oh, is this guy at the fuel depot? Come on, move it, buddy. Come on. Get your fuel and go. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Brake on, engine off. Let's see. Give us some fuel. Alright, here we go. Ready? Whew! Raining like crazy. Alright, let's turn the lights back on. I don't know if we need high beams or not. Probably not. Alright, see if we can get out there without getting creamed. Looks more like sleet than rain. Gotta be careful because the rain does make you slide, or it used to. I'm not gonna try to make it slide just to show you though. I have enough trouble as it is. Oh, and by the way, all that stuff I said about jobs, if you have a good job, keep it, and thank the good Lord for it, because jobs are scarce nowadays. It isn't like it used to be. And the thing about jobs, you may think you don't have a good job or you don't like your job. There's always somebody who's got a worse deal. I can tell you many times when I was in college and I was driving a long haul truck, and I'd be up on a Siskiyous or someplace when it was snowing, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, freezing ice, and having to pull over and put a set of snow chains on. Now you're talking about snow chains on a car, that's a snap compared to snow chains you have to put up on a truck. And I was hauling dual trailers, you know. I'm not very big. I'm only 5'7", and then back then, God, I only weighed about 150 pounds, 160 pounds. Lugging these big chains around. Well, I can tell you, at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're on top of the Siskiyous, and you need to chain up so you can get over the hill. And you're underneath the wet, freezing, cold, trying to chain up a truck. There's other trucks whizzing by you, sliding all over the road, and you see other truck trailers trying to get around you, and they're sliding like they're going to hit you. The first thing that came to mind was, I'd rather be flipping hamburgers at McDonald's than where I'm at right now. So, regardless of how bad your job is, there's always somebody who's got it worse. But job's a job nowadays. You're lucky to find a job that's full-time anymore. Well, what was that all about? The guy's in a big-ass hurry and jumped right back in. Well, it's 10:41 a.m. My estimated time of arrival is 2 hours and 32 minutes. So 1:15 p.m. Wednesday. So I'm getting pretty close, actually. I haven't looked at the map lately. Let's take a look at the map. Oh! I've been going through places that I didn't go in. Oh! Man, I just got to talking too dang much. Oh well, I'll get it open. Let's see. Yeah. We're pretty close. One of these days, offline, I'm just going to jump in my old truck and just drive through towns. Just take a route. Drive through every town. What's that? Scout? A BMW Scout? That's kind of cool. Alright, let's get back on the road. I don't know where Praha is. Praha. Reminds me of Pahrump, Nevada. Alright, go guys. Yeah, I need both lanes. Oh really, I need both lanes. Well, I mean, I need it, but I'm going to take them. So, I need to make some decisions pretty soon. I need to start playing this more often. It's been like every other week. It's a fun game to play, but as you all know that watch any of my videos, I do a ton of videos. And this one takes a lot of time to play, and it takes a little bit of time to set it up because I've got to put my wheel on my workstation, I got to put the gear shift in, I got to put the gas pedals in, I got to hook up the track IR, I have to adjust my microphone because when I'm driving I'm sitting a lot further back from the microphone than I normally am. And so, and it takes a lot of time because, you know, even a short trip takes a while to do. I mean, I'm already in it 45 minutes and I'm not there yet. But, uh-oh, get over here. So, but here's, you know, I just need to buckle down and set a day. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a day and just live stream this game. So, you know, maybe every Sunday I'll just live stream it. And if nobody watches the live stream, so be it. Because I can still take those, I can record it while I'm doing it. And I'll just take those recordings and put them on YouTube. So, there you go. I think that's what I'm going to do. When I get my new computer in June, I'll just set up the system on one of the old computers and just leave it set up. I'll set up a special desk just for driving. For driving and flying. Flying is also, because flying's not quite as bad because all I do is I use a joystick. I use a flight stick actually that's got the throttle and all of that and the stick and everything. So it's not as bad to deal with, but it's still something you have to do. I still have to clear my keyboard away and oh jeez, I gotta get over here. And that, but it's not as bad as the wheel. So, but I can oh, and I had somebody ask me, who was it? Let's see. Somebody recently asked me. Cassian Robert, I'm not sure if that's how he pronounces that, but Cassian Robert, one of my subscribers, asked me if I Jeremy Warner, Jeremy Warner is one of my subscribers, and he asked me if I played any flight simulators. And so, you know, I do. I actually have two. I have FSX and I have X-Plane. And so he's pointing out to me that, you know, he found that Flight Sim 2015 was Microsoft, and Microsoft sold the game to the same people that make the train simulators, and have said they're not going to support the game anymore at all, which I already kind of knew that was going to happen all along. I mean, look, FSX is how many years old? 10 years old, or, you know, 4 years old? I can't remember. But it's an older game. And so that's exactly why I went out and got X-Plane. And so, you know, I'm torn between the two. They're both good games. They work a little differently. X-Plane is a little easier to use right out of the box than FSX. With FSX, you got to do quite a bit of tweaking to make it look good. But yeah, I do those. I'm not going to do Let's Plays of them, and I'll tell you why. I'm not good at it. And it takes an awful lot of research. You've got to know, if you're going to fly and you're going to do it right, you basically have to learn how to fly. I mean, you've got to do research and find out what all the bells and whistles and switches and tubes and, you know, all of that kind of stuff do. And your checklists and your flight manuals and blah, 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 blah. It's just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work if you're going to do it right. And there's too many serious people out there that actually do that won't tolerate you if you can't do a good enough job of flying. And, you know, I'm just not into that kind of criticism. You know, I play games for fun, and if I'm not the best at them, then, well, that's too bad. I'm still having fun. But, you know, with those games, those people can get vicious if you don't, you know, if you don't do it right. It's kind of like I used to be in a bowling league, and they kept trying to get me into a bowling league, and I said, no, I don't want to, for two reasons. I don't want to be told that I have to be someplace at 8 o'clock every Thursday night from 8 to 10, period. I can't ever miss a night, and that's kind of what it was like. And so I didn't want to commit to that kind of thing. The other thing was, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional bowler. I go out there and play for fun. I jerk around. I have fun. I tell jokes, you know, that kind of stuff. If I have a good game, I feel good about it. If I have a bad game, I feel bad about it. But it's not, you know, it's not going to take my birthday away from me. And some of these people that get into these sports and stuff, it's cutthroat, man. And, you know, I don't want to be... I have a bad night. Oh my God! You cost us a trophy. You cost us this. You know, you're such a bad person. I don't need that kind of stress, so I don't get into those kind of situations. And that's kind of like the flight sim would be for me if I started making videos of it. You know, it's just not worth it. I'd like to learn how to fly. I've always kind of wanted to know how to fly. There's guys out there that do it, and there's guys that I watch do it, and they're really good at it. It isn't me. Oh shoot, I don't want to go in another lane. I'm getting ready to turn. There's a guy named Frugal that I watch. He lives in America, but I think he's British. And he writes for magazines. He writes for flight sim magazines for a living. And so he's really into the flight sims. And I enjoy watching him. And so if you're interested, his webpage is Frugal Sim. So, you know, check it out. Frugal, Froogle, I think it is, and then Sim. But yeah, if you're interested in flying and stuff, you know, he takes the time and really gets into it. But then again, that's what he does for a living, is write for, you know, those magazines and stuff. So the flight sim magazines. Hey, we're here. Yeah, there's a couple other people out there that do those kinds of things. That are enjoyable to watch because they know what they're doing. Wouldn't be me. I'd be crashing all the time. Say, hey, you dummy, you just tried to land with your landing gear up. Uh-oh. Which switch was that? The big red one that was flashing at you, that you were going to land with your landing gear up. Oh, didn't see it. I was too busy trying to suck on that Mountain Dew left of me. And we are here with our trailers and our tractors. That wasn't so bad a trip. That's actually a pretty decent trip. Ooh, it's a farm. Brno discovered. Is that really Brno? Is that how you pronounce that, I wonder? Oh, look, mine's in the middle, of course, obviously. They stick it right where... Okay, let's pull around here. I'm back on the farm, guys. I can't get away from the farm. No matter what I do, I can't get off the farm. Yeah, quit trying to tell me that I can cheat and not back up, because that's what I'm best at. I may not be good at driving, but I can back a truck up. And there we are. Excelente! 411 miles, not too far. Took me 19 hours and 47 minutes, not literally, in game time. Okay, and I consumed 95.7 gallons of fuel. I made Euro money. I don't know what that is in Euro. Can you change to dollars yet? I don't know. They let you change from, you know, from meters to miles and all that kind of stuff. Liters to gallons. I haven't checked yet. I should check. Okay, so I made a little experience here. And I am halfway through level 13, and I'm still a skilled worker. How about that? Anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back again, and hopefully I'll put out a few more. I need to get my fleet up and running. I'm going to have a fleet of female drivers, and I need to decide some things, what color trucks I want to have, you know, that kind of stuff. So I know I'm going to have Scanias, so, but I just don't know what I'm going to color them up. So far, I've just been choosing white. So anyway, happy camping, and I'll see you in the next video.